This is the story about my friend Momar.
Hey!
What's up, buddy? How you doing? All right? Let's do this. The way that I met Momar was quite interesting. It was an evening, late evening in Sweden, where I was living at the time, and it was snowing. The wind was blowing. It was just not a great night to be outside. So you do what pretty much everyone else does and order Uber Eats to bring you food to your apartment. So I ordered my food and I wait. After a while I realized that it has been taking quite some time for the food to arrive, and I opened the app to see what the status is, and then I look at the bottom of the screen. I see the person's name, and underneath it says Uber Walker. I've never heard of that before. I wasn't really sure what was going on. It's usually an Uber bicycle or a car with the registration. This just said Uber Walker. It's like, okay, this is weird. I thought, you know what, I'll wait. And the place where I ordered from was quite far. I was staying at the time on Kungsholmen Island, which is quite some way from the center of the city where I ordered the food from. And I just saw this delivery person basically taking forever to get to me. Eventually he arrives, and walking down the stairs to collect the food, I thought to myself, I need to figure out what this Uber Walker deal is. I opened the door and there is Momar. He's standing in front of me, pretty much shaking all over. This guy's pretty cold. He's full of snow. He's got a backpack on the front of his chest. Inside the backpack he's got a little bottle of water, and then he's got this massive bag on his back where they carry the food. And you can see he's kitted out. He's got his gloves on, he's got his beanie on, and he's just like trying to stay warm while he's working. And I said, hey man, like, your name is Momar, right? And this guy has the biggest smile on his face ever. I would be pretty pissed off, walking after someone else to drop their food in the snow. And this guy was just so happy. So I said, now come into the building. I got the food and I said, what's the deal? What's an Uber Walker? I've literally never heard of it. He says, no, you get the chance to walk. Not everyone has a bicycle or a car or a motorbike. So Momar says, and so that's what he does. That's how he earns his living. And I'm like, are you happy, man? And he's like, yes, I'm very happy. I might add that this is quite late at night. I mean, just this guy walking through the snow to bring me my food, just seeing the smile on his face and like how he's doing it without moaning about it for 1 second. Right there and then kind of, it crushed me. And so I couldn't let it go. I said, when you have time again, maybe over the weekend when I'm at home, come over. Like, I'm gonna give you my number, give me a shout, let's go for a walk. I want to see how you work and what you do, just to get a kind of feel for it. So he did. He messaged me a couple of days later. He's like, hey man, what are you doing on Saturday? His English was good enough to chat to me on WhatsApp. We chatted and I was like, okay, if you don't have anything going on Saturday, come by the apartment. Let's just go for a walk. I want to see what this is all about. And so we did. And then I just decided I'm going to take the camera with, at least have the footage to look back at. And I've done that for the last year and a half. I've like literally watched this footage so many times. It's just like how happy this guy is and seeing his face and hearing his story. And kind of feeling that feeling I did again when I saw and talked to him the first time. It made me feel really good. Sometimes you realize that things aren't as bad as as you think they are. Synthetics.
No. I don't know. Yes. There's one.
I take Momar and we go for a walk, and I start asking him about his life, his family, and everything. I might add, the entire time he's seeing this camera, he just tells me like, I like photos, take photos. I'm like, okay, cool dude, I'll take photos. And I'm taking video of everything, and he's just so open towards it and happy the whole time. So I get to talk to him about his family, and he starts telling me that he has a wife and 2 kids in Senegal, and that he hasn't seen them in 4 years.
Yes.
Do you have children?
I have 2 children.
And boys or girls?
One boy and 1 girl.
Okay.
Yes.
How old are they?
One 12. That's 12.
Yeah?
That was 9.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And are they in Senegal with your wife?
In Senegal, yes.
Okay.
4 years I don't see my wife.
4 years? Yeah. He's been out of Senegal trying to make a living and send money back to them. Pretty much just been working non-stop. He's never made enough money in the 4 years to either visit them or get them to visit him. He's just been working, sending them money back so they can buy food and have a place to stay at. He himself stays at a refugee shelter in Stockholm. I don't know what the setup is, I never went there, I never saw it. So the way he makes his money is working for Uber, which is great. But the problem is that Momar has a mission, and he's on a mission to see his wife and children again. Just doing the math, for him to walk and deliver food every day, if he works most of the day, I asked him and he said that he gets about on average 5 deliveries done. You can just go do the math yourself, how much money he will make on top of what the restaurant makes, then Uber takes a cut as well. Just figuring out how much he's making currently, I asked him, do you have some sort of a roadmap of when you'll see your family again? And at the time he was saying a minimum of 2 years. At the rate that he's saving money and sending money back, etc., it'll take longer than 2 years before he sees them again. I figured while we're chatting, I said, but what if you have a bicycle? So his problem is that right now he's sending money to his wife and children, but he's also using some of it to look after himself and putting some of it away to buy a bicycle. And if he can buy a bicycle, and it'll take him a couple of months to save enough. With that bicycle he can do double the deliveries, which means every month he'll make double his income. If he can make double his income, he will cut the time in half before he sees his wife and children again. And so right there and then it was just clear, like, get this guy a bicycle right now. It doesn't matter how it gets done, get him a bicycle.
I hope it's, I think,
make sure we get him something that he can put his bags on, he can put his water in, he needs to be comfortable. Because the way he's packed, I mean, if this guy, he's gonna fall over with everything on him. The guys at the store were just fantastic. Once they realized what was going on, it was really great. They asked him where he lived, he explained the shelter that he lived at, and they made it clear that, look, this bicycle's gonna get stolen, we're gonna put the needed locks on. So they put locks on so that he can kind of secure it when he stays at the shelter, and then also quick locks for if he's just getting out to deliver something inside of a building. So he can just lock the bike quickly, deliver, get back onto his bicycle, unlock and go. It's 2 different locks that he can use for different situations, which was quite cool. They were running him through all of this, they were showing him everything, all the detail, and they gave us a guarantee on the bike and some insurance. If this thing breaks in the next 2 years or it gets stolen, come back, we'll give you a new bike. So that was super nice of them.
Hey, man.
okay. You made a photo?
Yeah, yeah.
I took him outside and I just decided, look, he has a bicycle now, we got him a helmet, everything, this guy's safe, and this is it. I went to Muammar, I gave him a hug, and I never saw him ever again.
Yes, yes.
It's good.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
Oh,
Go well, eh? Good luck.
We did keep in touch on WhatsApp. It wasn't long after he got in touch with me and said this other food delivery company in Stockholm called Volt, they gave him a job where they pay him better, and the only way he could get the job was if he had a decent bicycle. And he said he's so happy, he's making even more money than what he budgeted for, and bicycle has really taken him on this new course. Which is fantastic. And then before I decided to shoot this, I thought, you know, I'll check in with Momar and ask him how things are going money-wise, savings-wise, etc. And he told me that he'll be seeing his wife and kids at the end of this year, 2018. He's still on his bicycle, still delivering, and delivering way more than what he used to, and making a lot more money. And it's fantastic to see what such a small thing a bicycle can do long-term for a person. The nice thing about investing in something that can help someone long-term is that now you can sit back and just see how that changes everything for them. And over the last year it has. You know, I just wanted to share that story of Momar. I say his name wrong most of the time. He's probably one of the most positive people I've ever met in my life, and this guy from Senegal who I struggle to even speak English to, just kind of changed my life as well. And his positivity just showed me like how much we have to be thankful for.